This is the city of Absalom, the city at the center of the world. Absalom is celebrating the Radiant Festival, a 3-month festival of epic proportions held once every 100 years. The celebration attracts all types: tourists, performers, merchants, inventors, as well as unsavory types, petty thieves, gangs, cults, and criminal enterprises. That's where we come in. We protect and serve. We are the agents of Edgewatch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. I'm your GM and host, Steamy Glicker, and in this week's episode, they continue their scouting. 2 days left, and then it's time for the great casino heist. So the big news this week is that we have a new YouTube show, myself and Mark, that we are doing live every single week. Right now, we are doing it on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, and it is a live show where we'll discuss a topic, and then we'll, answer questions from anyone. And, well, that's pretty much the show. We're always going to talk about something RPG related, whether it's D&D or Pathfinder or just role-playing games in general. And we'll also probably sprinkle some video games and board games in there as well. But we're just going to talk about gaming in general. And kind of what makes our show different than other shows is, unlike other shows, not that I'm putting down other shows, but most shows are done by fans or press or actors, which is fine. But the nice thing in our show is that you'll have two professionals. You'll have Mark Seifter, who, really doesn't need any introduction, and myself, who, believe it or not, I actually have a pretty extensive background in gaming. Mostly video game design, but video game design and role-playing game design and even board game design, they're all sort of like hand in hand. There's very similar situations. In fact, when I was starting out my career, I was doing a lot of websites and multimedia and educational learning and things like that. And the only field that was even close to what I was doing, and this was like 25 years ago, was video games. Because video games was the only field at the time that dealt with everything I was dealing with. Because back then, you'd say like 25, 30 years, everyone was just coming out with pretty basic computer programs. There was very little animation, no sounds, no graphics, no video. Very rare. I mean, if you look at the stuff back then, we're talking like DOS. I mean, it was garbage. But I was coming out with full motion CDs. Remember those? Remember CD-ROMs? Full motion CD-ROMs with video and animation and sound effects and voiceovers and all these gaming elements. And no one had any information on how to manage that. So I went to video game conferences, and pretty much everything they used to do to manage a video game was what I learned and I did in my day job. And then from there, I actually got into doing video games for companies like Disney and Scholastic and Nickelodeon and MTV Studios and Sports Illustrated and Girl Scouts of the USA, and you get the point. So that's my background. I also have a business background from this point of view. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this show. We're going to try to give you more of a professional angle as to why things are done certain ways and give you the reasoning why things are done. Because often you'll hear, okay, why did they make this feat this way? Or why did they build this class that way? And 99% of the time, it's not what you think it is. It's almost always a game balance or a business reason. I'll give you a perfect example to give you a sneak peek of the show. So when World of Warcraft first came out, way back, I think it was in 2004, and there was a big problem, is that they had the Horde side and then they had the Alliance side. And 3-to-1 people would play the Alliance side rather than the Horde. And it was a big problem because way too many people were playing the Alliance. And they had to fix it. And they did the research, and it finds out that, especially in Asia, that no one wanted to play humanoids. Like trolls, which were actually added at the last second. They added trolls. No one wanted to play trolls because they were so ugly. No one even wanted to play orcs. Like, these were just the ugliest, grossest races, and no one wanted to play them. And the two most popular races were humans and elves. Those were by far the most popular. So when they came out with their first expansion, they came out with these blood elves. And why did they come out with it? And there's all these reasons, and they had like, oh, it's the lore and this and that. No, it had nothing to do with lore. It had to do with the fact is they needed to get people to rebalance the game and get onto the Horde side. And if you check out all the images, those Blood Elves are super sexy, and they're the perfect mix between elves and humans, and they were always wearing incredibly skimpy clothes, and they made the men incredibly beautiful and handsome, and it worked. It actually worked quite a bit, and they also made them really powerful. I remember I played, the first thing I did was I became a Blood Elf because they had great abilities. They were probably, at that time, the best race in the game, and sure enough, it helped. It never really got to full balance until many, 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 many years later, but it definitely helped curb the tide because it was just getting out of hand. There was just way, way too many people playing Alliance, which is the weirdest thing because when I started playing the game, I actually played with the WoW devs, and the server we were on was the only server in the world where Horde overwhelmed the Alliance side because all the Horde materials were built after the Alliance materials, so design-wise they were much better because, quite frankly, all the Alliance side stuff was built first, and they weren't really in the groove and knew what they were doing, so all the devs were like, don't play Alliance, play Horde, because by the time we did Horde, we knew what we were doing, and the quests are more interesting, and the cities more interesting, and in general, it's just a more interesting path, which was even more ironic because everyone was playing Alliance, but the Horde side was way more interesting because in the development process, they did that second. Anyhow, that's the type of stuff you're going to find out if you listen to the show. You're going to get all the inside baseball, all the dirt that you just don't find out from, well, any other shows probably because they don't know, but we do. So check that out. It's going to be every single Tuesday right now. We might change the time, but right now it's Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific. Just go to youtube.rollforcombat.com and you too can check that out. Anyhow, with that, let's get to show notes. Show notes real quick. Don't forget, if you want to listen to the show live, you can. Just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com and you too can join us live whenever we're doing the show. Ask us questions, watch us, make fun of us. It's a great time. In addition, now that we have Mark on board, I'm going to try expanding the Patreon offerings. After he gets his bearings, I'll make sure he helps out with the Patreon and we'll get some more goodies to everyone. Also, don't forget, check out the Discord channel. Just go to discord.rollforcombat.com. You can chat with all of us, chat with me, chat with Mark, chat with any of the other players. You can play games there. You can chat with everyone on the Discord. It's a great time. Lots of people having fun. Of course, as I said before, check out the YouTube channel. You can check out our Twitter. You can check out our Instagram. You can check it all out. Just go to rollforcombat.com. All the links are there. And then finally, don't forget, Jason has a weekly column where he goes through every single episode all the time, and you can find that at rollforcombat.com. But with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Last we left off, you found out that you need to attend a festival, infiltrate a casino, steal a key, find your way into the secret vault, get into the vault, find the lockbox, open the lockbox with your key and the key that you're stealing, get whatever in that lockbox, then give the key back to the guy who owns the casino, and then get out without anybody knowing during a gigantic festival that takes place in 2 days. No problem. It's gonna be a piece of cake.
Sounds like a suicide mission.
Chris Beamer is playing Lo Mang, an orc tiefling monk of the Crane style.
Let's see. You did a whole bunch of things to infiltrate. Basil forged documents for invitations to the gala. And maybe he did a good job. I guess we'll find out. It's a secret roll. Who knows? Lo Mang tried to find out some information, maybe get a job. He was chatting up one of the heads of security and might have a lead. Dougie was scouting and did an excellent job finding quite a bit out, so much so that I put it into Discord and it's many pages long. And Gomez found out gossip, sort of. I actually put in the gossip in that area. So in Discord, because this is so complex, I wanted to make sure everyone has the same information. I don't want to rely on anyone messing up notes or something, so I just put it all in there. Everything you need to know or have learned so far is in Discord. Right now we have information about the casino at large, everything you were able to visibly see in the casino, what information you have about the casino in terms of games, lights, exits, locked doors, not locked doors, things like that. I also put in a couple of NPCs you're aware of, and a few other things, but more than enough. Everything that you were able to discover and find out in day 1. So you got 2 days. 2 more days, and then the gala will be here, and you got to figure out what to do. How do you want to approach this?
Like, I just thought of something, and I'm not sure if we covered this already, and I forgot. There's got to be a reason why we can't do what I'm about to say.
Seth Lipton is playing Gomez, a goblin elementalist sorcerer.
The actual owner of the key that we have who owns the lockbox, that individual.
Banned from the casino for life.
Oh, banned from the casino. That's why we can't just impersonate them in there and go in there and get it.
Banned from the casino for life.
All right.
And you also, well, when you're going to do it during the gala is invitation only on top of that. So there you go.
What was the answer? Let's see. Basil had an uncle, a rich uncle. Did his uncle actually have an invitation? I can't remember.
John Statz is playing Cadet Dougie McDougal, a human ruffian rogue.
It's his father, and his father had an invitation, but said he was not going to go. So that's what Basil used to forge your invitations. So you have basically 2 days. A few things you know. 1, you need to secure disguises. That has to be done. That's mandatory. You can probably go back to Sergeant Olo at Edgewatch because they have quite the wardrobe, so you can use them to help secure disguises. You can, again, maybe try to get a job. You can maybe try to store something in the vault so you can get a layout or general idea of the vault. Dougie did try to sneak in, but that looked pretty much impossible to sneak in because you have to go through 2 cages, multiple security offices, go downstairs to get into the vault. So that seemed nigh impossible to do. Even if you've somehow managed to succeed in 1 check, there's like another 5 more you had to do. And it's incredibly small. You're basically, can I sneak into a 10-foot by 10-foot room that has 4 people in it and a bouncer and no one will notice me and then do it again? Probably not, unless you like ninja up the ceiling or something. What else? So secure disguises, maybe store something in the vault, maybe... What are the other things you can do? More gossip.
The thing that looked like they were setting this up for it was to join or impersonate or somehow become part of that cleaning crew that cleans everywhere in the place, and that seems like that if you want to use a scout, if you want to get scouting, that's how you do it, because they cover every inch of the place.
Right. So the cleaning crew is coming, well, today, day 2. So this is the day. So someone, if they want to try to like figure out how to get into that cleaning crew, you do the old Matthew Broderick from War Games, like just sort of sneak in, like, yep, I'm part of the group, yep.
Yeah, but it's like I've read these notes and like he's keeps an eye. Like he personally lets them in. He has a bouncer with him at all times.
But the cleaning crew, you mean, right?
Yeah. The cleaning
crew. The cleaning crew isn't. You we're not trying to gain access or do anything. It's just to get access to scout and look at every inch of the place. So that's actually, true. you don't pull anything shady. You're just paying it. You're just using that to gain access to everywhere, so you can see how it's all laid out. Do the scouting thing, like you do the scout preparation action.
I mean, it's so tricky because that there's the 3 objectives, like someone has to lift the key off of him, make a copy, and then put it back.
Yeah, my creation is specifically no good for that. Like it actually goes into detail about how it's useless. It can't be used for anything like that. It's like
Can like
specific
a
in the spell.
thievery thing do it though?
That's what I was wondering about. Like the Great Train robbery, right?
Right.
We get access to it, make a copy, and then like make an impression, return it, and then make a copy.
Well, the way they did it in the Great Train robbery is that they acted on his vice and his weakness for the women, and there was right. There was something like that. He took his clothes off. The guy snuck in, made the copy with the wax, and then that was one of the keys.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This is all. I think it's all incumbent on the person who's actually getting the key to figure out how they're going to get it. We know nothing about this guy other than what's commonly known, and I don't think that's going to be enough.
We know he's a badass.
I think we know as much as we're gonna know. Yeah, we know as much as we're gonna.
Yeah,
know.
we know as much as, but I think the person who's getting the key is going to have to just suss out the situation. Because
that might be you. That might be you. You realize because you have. I think don't you have like a very high thievery? Who has the highest thievery?
I have 8 charisma.
Yeah, but who has the highest thievery?
It's not going to be thievery. Thievery can't be
to make the copy of the key.
That is
2-man team. Like I go with you. I'm the face man of our A team. And
that's fail or that's like roll, and I think we're gonna have to.
What is your thievery, by the way?
It's 8. I have plus 18 on thievery.
Yeah, I have plus 16.
It's
plus 16.
There's mitigations. There's like it's around his neck.
Because it's not around his neck. It's in a pocket that's attached to a chain that's attached to a button on his vest.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But there is the steal manipulate action under thievery. You try to take a small object from another creature without being noticed. Typically, you can steal only an object of negligible bulk.
Yeah. You pick his pockets. You make it right. You pick his pockets, make a copy, and then return it.
Well, is this an impossible thing? Let's ask the GM. Since I've never used thievery ever, because it's really it's not a safe play. Is this something that's highly difficult, or is this like commonly done by thieves to duplicate a key?
Or actually, it might be crafting. Actually,
why don't you ask the captain, and then the captain can help answer any questions you might have.
Okay. Hey, Captain. I'm a master thief, but I've never used it before.
So where have you been? So I see you got a layout of the plane. We got 2 days. Let's talk. Let's talk.
This is
turkey.
the problem, Captain. I don't believe in breaking the law. I study thievery to prevent it, to anticipate thieves, and I don't know how likely it is for any thief to be able to take this key from his person and potentially make a duplicate of it.
Making a duplicate is probably going to be nigh impossible because who knows when magic is in the key. It could be not just the key itself. It could be some runic magic or something
it could be
else.
magnetic. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that. But when it comes to stealing the key, acquiring it, and replacing it before he's any the wiser, he's going to be there. And if you create a big enough diversion or distract him, and maybe someone like strikes up a conversation.
Say no more. That makes sense. Okay.
And distract him while someone else does a little skullduggery there, and I can't believe I actually have to tell you this. You're in a casino. Maybe if you start laying down some of the big bucks and making a big scene, I'm sure you'll get Gage's eye, and that's probably a perfect distraction to have him come over when you can pilfer
that makes
the
sense.
key.
Okay. So we are stealing this key. We're not just like making a copy of it in wax, because that does make sense, because it should be magical.
I do want to draw your attention to, in the heist objectives player handout,
It does specifically say
it
make a copy.
specifically says it. First, they must get the Cage's master key, parentheses, or a copy of it. So there is potentially a way to get a copy of it.
Oh, I didn't say it was impossible. I just said you better have some plan to make sure you can copy that key. Someone who's a master craftsman with tools at the ready. Is that any of you? Any of you master at crafting?
Yeah. Does anybody have craft? Do any of us have craft?
I am an expert in crafting. I'm not master.
Jason McDonald is playing Basil Blackfeather, a Tengu empiricist investigator.
Like, what does that give you? What's
Expert.
Plus 18.
That's even
plus,
better.
Plus 18 is as good as us in anything else. That's good.
That, I think, might be enough, Basil. I think with enough time and effort, you need to do this somewhere. You'll need some privacy, like, I don't know, like the bathroom or some other private room, somewhere where you won't be disturbed, as I imagine it'll take a little bit of time. But yeah, I think it's possible for you to copy the key. Another idea is you can just make a forgery and replace his with the forgery. So buy a little bit of time before he discovers it. I will warn you, you should make sure you replace it, though, because I guarantee with his connections, he'll find out through divination or some other means.
Could we? I'm curious now, just mechanically, because the Great Train Robbery, great movie. Yeah. They kind of did two things there. They stole an impression of the key, and then used the impression to make the key at a different could it be possible to use thievery to do the wax impression bit like they did in the movie?
No, we don't want to do that because it could be magical. He's right. It could be magnetic, magical. It could have any property.
It's all the same, whether you're making a wax impression and then, in essence, you're making a copy of the key. If you're going to make an exact copy, whether you get the key, you're going to need the key to actually use it to create a copy of it and craft one to make sure it's exactly the same. So keep that in mind. A wax impression or something simple, that will not do it.
Well, here's an idea. Could I, go in like tomorrow and like to get a lockbox, and so I could get a look at the key, so I know what materials it's made of, because he would have to open like.
Excellent idea.
The same sort of lockbox. He'd have to use his key to open it. Hold on a second, dog. Yep.
I think that's an excellent idea, Basil.
And I could get a look at it and maybe even use my kind of magic identification to sort of look at it and get a sense of what it would take to craft a copy of it.
Yes.
Or even a convincing duplicate.
Yes, that's a perfect plan. You could bring something of high value, open up a lockbox, get a sneak peek of the vaults, get a sneak peek of what the key looks like, do a little reconnaissance, and then you could see what you're up against.
And in terms of stealing the key, if the objects in a pocket are similarly protected, it's a -5 to the roll. Mechanically, that's what it is, -5. So plan on that -5 coming in.
Sure. The only thing I'll say is, and the captain looks you up and down and says, there's no way you're going to store something in that vault the way you're dressed. You're going to need A+ disguise, so I doubt you can do that till tomorrow.
Yeah, we started to work on that. Like we thought about this last time. Like we discussed all this, and it was there was an angle of there was an angle of the family connections. Remember, like you actually are nobility, and I remember we worked on this a bit.
Yeah, I could be like, I don't know if I want to be me, but I could be like a distant cousin of my own family so that I know enough of the backstory to be convincing or whatever.
Yeah, there's no reason to have a costume. I mean, just go in as a well-dressed, noble. You got your family name. You got your family signet. Signet ring is on your hand right now, so...
That might work. Well, either way, you're still going to need disguises for the gala, because that's only one of you, and you don't want to use your real name and real information.
Yeah,
they'll come right back to you.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I remember we talked about this and we set it up. It was gonna be Jason and my guy were going to be nobles and get dolled up, and you two guys were going to be our bodyguards, and that was going to be our.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And that kind of settles all of our appearance.
Right.
Now, one thing from the notes is no weapons allowed. So
Well,
Well, that's why we have a bodyguard who's a monk.
yeah, Dougie has a ring that can hide all his weapons.
that's true, and I am a living weapon.
No, actually, that's perfect. That totally takes care of us.
Yep.
And
Right.
yeah, that's actually really good.
Oh, and I was thinking about
And
it.
Basil has
I
a sword
have-
cane, which
for-
can kind of hide.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Dougie, for your you brought this up earlier, and it's true. For this being a shady operation, I have an explanation for that. It isn't so much Ocean's 11. It's sneakers. Remember the beginning of
Yeah.
Sneakers? What they were is they were a security organization, like security consultants, and they would try to break into your place as part of their service to try to find and reveal your holes, right?
Right.
And we are agents of Edgewatch, and we are running a security test. What we're doing is two things. First, if we get caught or whatever, instead of like us being tossed to the side like so much trash because they have to protect the reputation of the thing. That is what we're doing. We are we were doing a security test on your operation, and then our superiors, if we get caught, our superiors can decide whether or not to let the place know exactly where their security holes are as a favor to them, and that would have led us to do this legitimately without it being committing a crime.
I don't understand that, but
That's if we get caught. But
I'm fine with
I would
either
prefer
way.
we don't get caught.
Well, no, of course. I think everybody prefers because the other thing I realize is like why can't we just go in there with papers? The explanation that makes sense with that is lots of people in the government also have their dirty secrets in boxes in that place, and so part of the reason why that place has the reputation it does is specifically because somebody just can't go in with a piece of paper and open up a box. And in order to maintain that quality of that place, the government has all the members of the government have an interest in maintaining the security of that place, and so that is why no judge in Absalom is going to give us the warrant. Because kind of the quality of the place is that the stuff is safe even from something like that. But at the same time, they don't want an atomic bomb in their place, and so that's why we're going. That's why they can authorize us to go in there and try to get it this way with that.
yeah, I mean that's what I thought. I thought it was like basically we got the moral high ground because the bomb. There's a horrible thing going on in Edgewatch and we're stopping it. But oh god, I forget where we were.
We need to steal the key. That's
Bottom line is we have to get in there.
Okay, yeah, let's
get
just
the
do
thing
this.
out, and also not in any way get caught. Even if we do it in a way that he'll realize it's missing, even then the jig is up.
So, is there a way? Let's see, we have 2 days. We're doing things in increments of a day. Is there a way Jason could make the key on the first day, and on the last day, that's when we switch it? Because that's what the 3-day thing is. Like, we don't have to actually do everything.
Well,
in
aren't
3
we on day
days, right?
2? We're on day
You're on
2.
day 2. Now, this has to be done during... No, if his key is found out missing or any jig is up, this entire gala will be canceled. It has to be done during the gala. I'm sure you could try to make a copy of the key now, and that would be fine if you wanted to try to make the copy of the key or have several copies of the key ahead of time, and just when you steal it, get it, do a couple of quick whippity-doo changes to make sure it matches, and then make sure it's okay, and then give it back to him, and then use the copy.
But the 3-day deadline is
That's for research. Everything
okay,
happens
all right.
during the gala.
Oh, okay. This is before
Yeah, this is
the
all
gala.
set up. Yeah, this is set up.
This is all
Oh.
set up.
Okay, all right.
But you can
Remember,
set up.
remember those edge points we're trying to get? Remember those edge points? This is trying to accumulate edge points.
Okay.
You're gonna have the caper is gonna have in 3 days' time is the gala. You're gonna go in
Right.
looking great with your fake invitations. You're gonna enjoy the gala for whatever it's there. It's gonna be all the top people are gonna be there. It's It's the most important event during the festival. It's going to be quite the scene. And then you got to get the key. You got to sneak down there, get the lockbox, get whatever in there, get back the key, and get out of there.
Yeah, that's why I like making a copy, because if we make a copy, it's returned immediately. We don't have to pickpocket the guy twice.
Yeah, we're not on the time clock then. We also need, how long does it take to make a costume? Is that something one person who is proficient in that could do all four, or is that four of us are going to burn?
One person is going to need all day to augment their disguises, tailor outfits using high-quality materials. However, obviously, if one of you gets a job there, you don't need to do that because you'll be working the gala. So,
okay, but let's go back to the question.
It's one person for all four costumes.
Okay, all four costumes.
No, I already have my high class costume from a different event that we went to.
No, that was not nearly enough. And more importantly, that was low grade quality compared to this. Yes, I know exactly. I said that the basic disguise from their time at House on the Plains.
That's right.
Was lowbrow. This is the Met Gala you're going to. It's going to have to be a little bit more...
It's white tie, not black tie.
Exactly. There
you need go. Armani.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right. How much does that cost? Let's just get to the press.
Oh, no cost. No cost. Sergeant Ola will do it for you.
Oh, okay. So one day. All right.
Yeah, one day. Crafting, performance, society.
Yeah. So he can make us things so he can attend. I do think someone should we should get to the cleaning service. We should work what we have to work so that one of us can be on that cleaning crew just to get that information.
And does the scouting. And
does scouting, yeah. Because he can scout his room. Maybe we'll find something like, he actually leaves the key on this lamp.
Yeah. All right, that sounds good.
You never know.
What check is that? I can't do society.
Perception, probably.
Yeah, perception.
To join the cleaning crew.
Yeah,
well, to join
for the scouting, for the scouting.
Well, I've already done the scouting.
You've done as much scouting.
I hit a 20 on the scouting.
Yes, I think you.
We got to do something else.
Yes, to get onto the cleaning crew, I believe you might have to bribe one of them to replace them. Imagine a good diplomacy or deception, and at least a good 100 gold piece bribe would be necessary for you to conveniently take someone else's place.
I mean, is it worth doing that, or is that just give us more scouting points? Or, how would that work?
That's a good question. How many edge points can we get? If we do scouting twice, can we get 2 edge points?
Oh, you'll definitely be able to get more points if you... Yes, you will get more information. I mean, you got...
that's true. It gives us information, too.
Yes,
that doesn't give us edge points, actually. That gives us pluses on check.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to put a fund together. Everybody pays into the fund, so I don't want to do this individually.
No, scout location gives you edge points. Success gives you 1 edge point.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but
I think it's worth it to do the cleaning. I mean, it should be easy. We just show up to the like in Wall Street. He shows up to the place of business, gets a job as a manager, bribes someone, he's on the crew. That should be easy.
Okay, I sounds like a plan's formulating. Who's doing what? Day 2. Everyone, give me the day 2 marching orders, and then we'll start it out.
Dougie's doing nothing day 2.
What do you mean? You are doing something day 2?
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I don't have a role. What am I going to do? Day 2.
You're going to join the cleaning crew.
They're going to get me in the cleaning crew. I don't have the diplomacy
for that. The cleaning crew is only... Oh, right. Well, right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So one person's going to bribe Dougie to try to get him into the cleaning crew, and then he'll join the cleaning crew and scout.
Right.
Yes, that's the plan, correct?
I'm trying to get a job in the kitchen.
Okay. And then...
which I hope would be easy.
Basil is going to go get disguises, correct?
Because in real life...
Yes, I'm going to do costumes.
Okay.
The one job you could always get is in a kitchen, and you could get it tomorrow immediately.
Correct. Kitchen job's easy. Okay. Let's do the easy one first. Let's do the secure disguises.
Here comes the natural one.
Natural one. He goes over to Sergeant Olo at Edgewatch. And he's like, oh, it's my favorite Red Squad.
I'd like a really fancy hat or 2.
Fancy hat or 2. No problem. Let's hope you dress to the nines for the floating gala.
The finest silks.
Secure disguises is not a secret check. You, Basil, get to do it in the open. So let's see, and he brings you over, and there's all the stuff, and it's like, we got some fine linens in here. I think the two of us, a nice little distraction. Secretly, I really
I love how
enjoy
I'm
it.
going shopping with Sergeant Olo.
You are. You're going shopping with Sergeant Olo, the dwarf.
We're having a girls' day. We're gonna go to the spa next.
Yes.
I am slightly better. I am slightly better at society than crafting, so I will use that to make my roll.
Okay.
Like +20 versus +16.
Let's spend the day sewing and sequining. Go.
I'll break out my bedazzler for this. Ooh.
26. Rolled a 6.
You know what? I'm gonna hero point that.
Yeah.
The bedazzler. I think the battery died. Oh no. 31.
It's a little
Alright,
better.
That's a lot
I mean,
better.
Still not great.
You spend all day with Sergeant Olo. The costumes look fantastic. You get an EP. Success. I don't know what you're going to look at, but everyone looks great.
But that's an EP. That's an EP that can only be used to pass oneself off.
Marvelous. Yes, one EP to use to help maintain cover identity. Probably be used to counter badly forged documents, just in case. You can negate each
My
other.
documents are beautiful.
As far as you know.
As far as you
I will
know.
examine my documents and my costumes to see which one I think looks better.
Your costumes look way better than the documents. I'll tell you that. Olo has a knack for this.
Olo is the Tim Gunn of the police force.
Next up, let's do. Who wants to go next? We got Lomang, we got Dougie, we got Gomez. Who wants
I'll
to
go.
go next?
I'll go next.
Lomang. So you see your buddy, your pal. What was his name again? The bouncer.
Oh, yes. Was it Andu Mosey?
Andu. He's like, hey, look, I tried to find out. We can get you a job here in about 2 to 3 weeks. No problem. We got to do background checks.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, we got to do extensive background checks. We got to have references. It's very, very hard to get a job here. You can't just have any riff-raff off the street. You understand. So
I understand. I don't want to live on the street, so maybe you could hook me up with something a lot simpler than a bouncer. Like they've got to have something in the kitchen, maybe.
Oh yeah, they're always hiring new bussers, servers, assistant cooks. They always need help there. The turnover is really high because the chef is kind of a pain in the ass. Let me tell you.
Is the chef's last name Ramsey by any chance?
No,
Ramsey.
It's close though. It's close. I think it's a distant cousin, but yes, the chef is kind of a prima donna.
Yes,
So,
aren't they all?
Yes.
Well, yeah. All right. So if you could maybe make an introduction, and I maybe that'll help me. But
Okay, sure. And it brings you in to meet the chef, and
Lomang is now regretting that he didn't spend more time with Sharky studying his culinary ways.
after all that, you're
Lots
like,
of regret.
you're like, whoops, maybe I should have. Maybe I shouldn't have been making fun of Sharky.
I
This
should have
whole
given
time.
him a chance. I should have watched his skills.
You're like, oh, when will I ever need to know how to cook? What a useless trait. Oh, how little did you know? That's pretty funny, actually. Okay, you go into the Lucky Nimbus kitchen with your buddy, and it is chaos in this place. Even though it's literally the middle of the day, and it's not even that. You can only imagine what it's going to be like on the night of the gala. It's going to be bedlam. And sure enough, you get introduced to Donala Picaro. She is a human female, and she's just like, who's this? Who's this? And she looks you up and down and says, yeah, it's a big one. Oh, okay. What does he want? What does he want? And tries to put in a good word for you. Says you're looking for a kitchen job. And it's like, oh, all right. Okay, what can you do? What can you do?
I'm willing to learn.
I don't have time for anyone who can learn. What can you do?
I can heft big piles of garbage outside. I can bust tables. I can
Busser.
wait tables. Yeah.
Server. All
I
right,
can do all that.
we'll see. Here. Here,
I can clean. I can wash dishes.
fine. It gives you like, literally gives you a busing tray, and it's like, okay, clean them up. Go, go, go.
All right, and I go, and I can carry a lot.
All right, give me diplomacy or society
Oof.
check. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's see what happens.
You have monk's speed, man. They should be impressed by that.
I do. I'm monk speed. And I'm strong as a horse. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm giving you. Let it go.
I'm actually pretty nimble too. All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
We can't leverage that into an athletic, huh?
All right,
I'm
hold on,
ruining
hold on.
it. Let it.
All right, let me
I'm
do
trying to fix it.
diplomacy.
No, don't fix it. I got it. I
It
got
needs
it.
to be fixed.
Let me see if
Relax,
diplomacy
I got
or
it.
society is good. Hold on, let me see.
Got to lead up to it.
I don't think society is even on my bar, so I'm gonna take.
Oh, it's there.
is it?
Let's see. Your society.
Oh, it's a -1. They're both -1.
-1, and your diplomacy is -1. Choose one. It's an open roll.
Okay, done.
16. Holy
Wow,
moly!
I rolled a 17. Natural, nice.
She's like somewhat impressed, but you're like kind of clumsy, so she's like, and then you can maybe fix it using your acrobatics or athletics, if you will.
I'm like, hey, look what I can do! Like that big freaking dumpster you have over there with all those vegetables. I can move that outside. Watch this.
Okay. Oh, you're a master athletics. Jesus. 25. You rolled a 3.
0 point.
You did not succeed.
0
You
point.
did
0
not
point.
succeed. You freaking have a plus 22. I'm not. You
0
go.
point.
Okay. Let's see. Better roll well. Someone's gonna be mopping the floors.
There we go. That's a nice roll. That's almost
Okay. Critical success. No less.
nice.
39. You went from failing to almost.
I had this really bad pain in my back. I was like, oh wait, did I pull a muscle? Oh wait, no, I can work through this. I got this.
She's like, all right. I'll give you a job as at least a busser for now. You'll get let's see, for today we'll give you 4 gold pieces for work.
Oh wow, that's pretty sweet.
Yes,
Wow.
we treat all of our kitchen staff really well here. Now get to work. You got an 8-hour shift.
All right, do I get some? I guess do they give me like an apron and stuff?
Yeah, they give you all that stuff.
All right, excellent. Thank you for giving me a chance.
Yes. Get out of my face.
Okay,
Lomang, you got an edge point for that.
nice. I like it.
Acquire kitchen job. Good job. 1 edge point. So far, so good. That's 2 edge points. Who's next? You guys are doing well today.
Oh, Dougie will listen. He'll do some gossiping.
The gossips. Gossips are good. All right. Gossip is secret.
Yeah.
It's a diplomacy check.
Oh, gossiping's a diplomacy? Okay.
Well, we're going to find out. Let's see. Because
Okay.
it's like you like walking
I
around.
got
talking
-1 to
people.
diplomacy,
Hey,
so
man.
that's all right.
Lomang got a
Don't worry.
-1 and he still made it, so who knows? Now, do you wish to reroll it?
No, I like it.
Okay. Here's the thing. Using a combination of your diplomacy, which was okay, and your perception, which is superb, you were able to pick up on some things by loitering around the casino and talking to people and hearing things. Do you want to hear what you heard?
Yes, I do want to hear what I heard.
You've heard that Gage's business is entirely legitimate. As someone who handles so much money and so many secrets, must have his share of enemies. So he goes out of his way to make sure everything is spick and span and clean. However, word is on the street that a really powerful wizard recently lost a fortune to the casino. A massive fortune. And he is going to make Gage pay, and pay big. You also heard that one of the casino's pit bosses is actually deeply corrupt and has been skimming off the top. Now, it's just a rumor, I tell you. I don't know if that's true or not, but we've been hearing things about that. So, now, I'm going to be nice. You can continue to investigate one of those two. Which of the two do you want to maybe find out a little bit more about?
Let's hear about the debt.
Good plan.
That is cool. That's interesting. Like, yeah, it's like a powerful wizard. Now you don't want to make an enemy of him.
Well, you actually do pretty well. You strike up a bit of a conversation with these people at the bar. Something about, wizards? What's this wizard? Someone in debt? No, that can't be, can it? Can someone actually that powerful have gambled away his fortune? No, not possible, can it be? So, after gossiping it up, buying some drinks for your new friends, Dougie, you do that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because, loose lips sink ships. You found out there's a half-elf wizard, supposedly. His name was, like, Scatalia or something? Who knows? But supposedly he stored something super rare, super valuable in the vault, but he lost all of his money gambling, and he unfortunately took a line of credit, and he can't get to his vault anymore because he's deeply in debt to Gage, and the relic was the collateral, whatever was in the vault.
Man. Nice.
So now he can't get to his very, very rare and valuable item that's in the vault. He's in Hawk, and he is pissed. And he's going to make Gage pay one way or another.
So he's trying to get in at the same time we are?
All I know is what we've heard is that he's going to make Gage pay, whatever that means.
Okay. All right.
And finally, the cleaning crew. Gomez Adams.
Well, I show up right, and I talk to the people because I'd previously gossiped with people, so I know a couple of people, and so I know who to talk to, and I go to that I go to the most likely person to present myself to for the cleaning crew, and I have ready names going back to our restaurant work when we were like 3 days ago when we were first level. Individuals in the murder hotel, like I make up a whole resume of high class establishments where I've done the cleaning, and I say I am the best goblin cleaner you will ever come across. Challenge me. Give me something to clean. I'll have it done in a wink of an eye.
Okay. Let's see, diplomacy or deception. Do you want to re-roll this?
Well, which skill am I using? Am I using society, diplomacy, or deception?
You're using diplomacy or deception.
I'll go with diplomacy then.
Okay. They look you up and down. They say, "Well, I'm impressed, but our crew is full here. But I'm sure with a little bit of pocket change."
I say, "Oh yeah, well wait, watch this." And do you remember who was that guy that sold the magic sponge on the late night TV? You remember him? The
Shamwali?
Shamwali. I bust out ShamWow. I bust out ShamWow. I bust out ShamWow, and I say,
God.
And I say, but just watch this. And I intentionally spill something, staining something, and then I make a big show of cleaning it, and I surreptitiously cast prestidigitation to make it spotless. And then at the end of it, I'm like, show me anybody on your clean crew that could do that. That could clean something that well, that fast.
They look at each other and says, "Well, I hate to break it to you, we really don't care that much." That's very impressive. I think you might actually be overqualified for this job.
All right, so then I use my society and try to drop some names and say well, this person is good.
Well, that's fine and all, but if you drop some money, I think we can work out a deal here.
Yeah, that's the one we had to bribe them, right?
You want to bribe? All right, so I want to dope out with with society for a knowledge check of what an appropriate bribe would be, just so I know, so I'm not asking them.
100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces?
We'll contribute to that. It'll be group loot.
Yeah, it goes in the kitty. Comes from the kitty.
All right, so I'll cough up the money.
Hey, Julio! You could go to your sister's wedding. All right, thank you, little green dude. And he runs off. He's like, all right, Gomez, here's the deal, and gives you the apron and the mop, and they quickly take the cash, and they're like, all right, let's go. All
right, and so I do my job, and I case the joint.
You case the joint. All right, let's go up around. Let's bring you all over the place. First up, you're cleaning the casino. Emptying out the ashtrays, taking care of all the little knickknacks. Okay, you're going to the stage, and you see this little stage here. You go behind the stage. Looks like this is a very small stage just for the casino to keep everyone happy. You go to the ballroom. You're cleaning up the ballroom. It's not too messy because it hasn't been used, but they want it to look spick and span because it sounds like this is going to be set up for the gala. You go onto the stage, you go behind the stage, and you check it out. There's actually stairs that go... the stairs go onto the stage. There you go. So the stairs go onto the stage. You check that out. You do a little bit of cleaning. Whippity-wham-boom. Okay, let's go to some of the new places. Storage room. You do a little bit of cleaning in the storage room. It's a cramped space. It's where they store everything for the actual gala. You clean out the bathroom. Good job cleaning out the bathroom. You're cleaning out the kitchen a little bit. You see Lomang.
Sitting there working my ass off.
Yeah, we were
Getting yelled at.
And both of you were like, oh, well, it's a hard day's work. And now quickly you go into the security office. Oh, that's right. So you're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, if you can see where I've been moving you everywhere. You see the security office, and sure enough, there's Gutskin. That's the dwarf in the wheelchair with the warhammer that's 3 times bigger than Gomez. And sure enough, you can see that this is modest living quarters. This is actually where he lives and works. So it's a combination of the two. And you actually quickly go back into the back room, and you can see this is his actual living quarters, and you're always accompanied by guards. Anywhere sensitive, you're accompanied by multiple guards at all times. And so you see that inside the security office, there appears to be a small interrogation chamber, which is kind of grisly, actually. You look at this interrogation chamber, and you know that gnarly things have happened here. We'll leave it at that. Just chains and various implements here. We'll won't dwell on that. The rest of the space is jammed with cluttered bookshelves, paper-strewn desks, wooden chairs, interrogation area. Looks like this is not a place you want to be brought if you can help it. This is sort of where they bring the cheats. And then you go back and you continue cleaning the floor. You very quickly are brought behind the desk to clean up the cashier area. And then under heavy guard, you're brought to the cashier back room where there's a large round table. And the employees, you see they're counting small quantities of the casino's earnings in gold and silver. And you see detailed logs. And it looks like this area is heavily, heavily restricted. Guards, very secure locks. All these doors seem to be incredibly heavily secured. So you see this area here. This is the counting room where they count the money. You continue going there. You go to this little room off to the side. This is a little break room. You just go in there quickly. You empty out the garbage and so forth. And it looks like you are done with this floor. To the VIP area. Dun, 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 dun. If you have questions, let me know. You go up the stairs, up to the VIP, and sure enough, you go into the main floor. You quickly, instead of going to the main VIP area, you go to the left, and you are actually in the balcony. This is the balcony to the grand ballroom. And you are, see, this is fine wooden banisters. It's very nice over here. You sort of check it out. You check out the balcony. It's a beautiful area. Looks like it's being set up for the gala. You go over to this other private room. This is the private balcony, which appears to be south of the main area. And you're like, ooh, little room, little chairs. Looks like there's wait service here. This is quite nice. And then you go to the main floor. The main floor, the VIP lounge. A black curtain at the top of these stairs demarcates the VIP lounge. Casino bouncer stands by the gap of the curtains, holding a clipboard with a written list of guests allowed through. But you, being part of the cleaning service, are allowed in, no problem. Let's see. The massive VIP lounge is itself the size of a small casino. The center of the lounge is dominated by an incredible bar that features rare and imported liquors and wines. And you see the cheapest glass is 10 gold pieces, and it goes up steeply from there. You also see another bar that lines the eastern wall, and servers meander through the lounge to check on guests and refill drinks. There's also a handful of casino dealers who work here, each stationed at a golem table with numerous chips at hand, although most of the VIPs appear to throw their money around on the oversized bounder table to the north. You see a pair of bouncers patrolling the rooms, but they actually almost appear a little lazy, because this area is like pretty well behaved. This is not an area that you normally have to worry about so much. But so this is the bar area over here to the east, and sure enough, you go down to the VIP bathroom, and each VIP bathroom has its individual water closet with its own toilet, wash bin, and water barrels. Quite decadent. Over here, you see, once again, this is the gambling area. And right here, you see that flying chair, aka the elevator. So sure enough, there is the elevator that goes up to the VIP lounge. And this is actually from downstairs as well. There's two elevators. There's one to the south, and then there's one over here to the north.
Oh, I see. So the flying chairs are not like something that goes all the way around the entire establishment. There's just elevators, basically.
They're elevators. They call it a flying chair. It's a fancy word, and actually, it looks like anyone's allowed to use them, not just the guards. It was pretty much made for the head guard, since he's in a wheelchair, to help him move around. But it looks like you're seeing there's a way to use them to get access to some of these areas. You go into these private rooms, and these cozy private rooms, are draped with black velvet, muffling much of the sound from the rest of the casino and almost absorbing the light given off by the room's silver sconces. Each is furnished with a low leather sectional couch, a glass-topped coffee table, and a few fine card tables with matching chairs. Wide one-way mirror to the west offers guests a view of the casino floor while also ensuring their privacies. So you can see out on the west side through these one-way glass mirrors to actually see outside, and then you see people here are gambling, and it's extremely high stakes. And you quickly go through, and go through here, and then you go to the other room, and actually this is just a meeting here. Looks like people just lounging around and just eating. So it looks like these private rooms could be used for pretty much anything, whether it's lounging, eating, meetings, gambling, whatever you want. VIPs get to do whatever they want. And then you also quickly go to the storage area, and then you're told to wait a bit because they have to get Gage himself to escort you upstairs to his private penthouse.
And from all of this, like, I didn't miss it, right? I didn't see any apparent access to the vault.
You're not there yet.
All right.
You're not to the vaults yet. So Gage shows up. I got a picture of Gage. There he is. Tall, lanky human, probably in his mid-50s. Impeccably dressed. He's got a vest, nice suit. And oh, look at that! He's holding his key. Look at the key right there on the chain.
I did a crafting check based on the picture.
I know, really.
Saves me a day.
And Gage, of course, is surrounded by his bodyguards, and he's actually appears to be fairly nice. You're kind of a little shocked by, you don't know what to expect, but he actually seems like a pretty decent fellow. You're like, oh, very charismatic. And even you're like, oh, this guy seems okay. He quickly escorts you up. He's actually quite nice. He's like, okay, come on up. And he brings you upstairs to his private penthouse. So you go upstairs, and let's see. Up the stairs, give me a second. Yes, the southeastern door. And there is a bouncer in front of the door. It doesn't look like it was locked. And you just sort of go upstairs. You see a short hallway. There's oil paintings of the casino hanging on the walls and a broad staircase leading to another door. And he has yet more bouncers in front of that door. And then he brings you upstairs into this area here. He unlocks the door and brings you upstairs into his penthouse. And he's like, all right, hurry up. And then he quickly just sort of goes to his desk and just does some paperwork, and the guards are watching you. There's multiple guards. Sure enough, you're looking around the penthouse. It's not too large. It looks like the whole penthouse is maybe 40 by 30 at most. And his private domicile is a combination of living room, dining room, and office, furnished simply but elegantly in black, white, and polished chrome color scheme. The northern and western walls consist mainly of glass, a specially crafted two-way mirror from which Gage can gauge out to his private empire and see everything that's going on in the casino, which you can see.
All right, so wait, so there's one of those elevator chairs at the top of the stairs.
Yes.
That I passed.
Yes.
And where does that hook up to?
That hooks up to this one down here from the VIP lounge. So it looks like there's an elevator that goes.
Where?
Okay, so there's an elevator.
Oh, I see. It goes like the one that's between the staircase and the bathrooms.
No, that one goes to this elevator onto the VIP lounge.
Which is this?
So okay. There's an elevator in the first floor, and the elevator goes to the VIP lounge here. You see where I'm pinging? Here, I'm going to do something to make it easier. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually circle it with colors.
That's
so here.
idea.
Okay, which is what I'm going to do.
So like what links with what? The secret passageway from the conservatory to the library.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do for you. Okay, so the red one, that red, you see I just circled the red flying buttress there.
Oh, I think I might be not seeing anything because of the fog of war.
You see where I moved? Do you see this elevator here?
Got it. Uh-huh.
That red one
Uh-huh.
links to the red one here.
Ah, I see. Okay. And then there's the one, and what
And
about
then the green one here in the VIP area links upstairs to Gage's room.
Got it.
So there's not one elevator that goes everywhere. It's like there's an elevator that goes from floor 1 to floor 2, and then there's another elevator that goes from floor 2 to floor 3.
All right. So it's like, okay, so I guess maybe let's continue, because I'm assuming that the vaults are up near his office. That's what it seems to be, but maybe that's wrong.
Next, you go around. You see various leather sofas, comfortable chairs, opulent marble tables to fill the space, glass-top desk. The southern alcove serves as Gage's private workspace where he keeps probably his ledgers and other information. Let's see. Yes, he's sitting there working. And then quickly you go into his bedroom. Unlike the rest of his apartment, his bedroom is an ode to comfort rather than practicality. The massive bed's mattress is thick, soft, and covered in fluffy pillows. A tall armoire, practically large enough to step inside, stands against a northern wall, across from which is a walk-in closet brimming with fine suits, wigs, and jewelry. A painting of a seascape on the wall to the east of the armoire is standing in front of you and quite beautiful. You're like, ooh, look at that. Very, very nice. And closet, walk-in closet, and look at that bathroom. Private bathroom, the finest in its class, complete with elegant marble tiles, barrels of specially sourced spring water, a walk-in sauna, and a large bath. Look at that thing. It's beautiful, I tell you. Beautiful, I tell you. So there you go. You have checked out his thing.
But I still don't have an idea of even the direction of where the vaults are. Like what general what floor it's on even.
I think it's
don't
on
have
the
any idea.
basement.
We're getting there. Let's see. Gomez, although he gets rushed out way too quickly, thinks there's something fishy about the painting of the seascape.
Where's the painting in it? Where's the painting in the seascape?
It was in his bedroom on the eastern wall.
Can I take a look? Can you move me over there so I can get a good look at that?
Yeah, it was like right here. It's the painting.
I see. Okay.
And you're like, there's something fishy about that painting.
Right. And am I right that the something fishy is that the lengths of the walls don't match up, so there's a secret room?
No, that's the walk-in closet.
That's the walk-in closet. All right.
Yes.
So where's
Oh, sorry.
the?
Actually, the wall. Actually, here it is. I just drew it on the map. That is where the painting is. Sorry.
I see. All right. So I have the arcane sight. Like, is it magical?
It's not magical, but you get ushered out way too fast for you to find out. It's like you're like, it's not magical, and then you got to get out. So.
All right. So I'm making a guess that that's the secret door that leads to the vault.
Well, guess what? After he ushers you out, time to go down to the vault. So.
Oh, okay.
You get brought through. Let's see. This is how you get brought through. First, you got to go through the first cage. Then you got to go through the second cage. Then you got to go through security, and then you got to go through these stairs downstairs. And by the way, there's another flying thing over here. And that flying elevator also goes down to the vault. And now you're downstairs in the vault. Let's bring you down to the vault. The vault. Dun dun dun. Look at that. You're in the vault. Beautiful.
All right.
Steal the thing.
If I were to hypothetically speaking, if there was one of these elevator rooms behind that picture, can I judge where that?
It's not big enough for one of those elevator rooms. Not the picture.
Okay, forget it then.
Yeah. I know where you're going with that. You're like, these elevator rooms are huge, and they have mechanical engineering to make go up and down with these winch and pulley systems. If anything, there might be a vault or something behind the painting. It's like, at most, that's all it is, like a safe.
All right, but I didn't see anything magic, so it's not like a teleportation. Because it would make sense for him to have a direct access from his bedroom to the vault. That would make sense.
There is actually, from what you can tell, there is none. This is the vault. You're in the basement.
All right.
And you are brought into, not main areas, you are brought into, here we go, you are brought into the security office and holding area. And this broad area serves a variety of functions. On the western half, a flying chair allows you access to the first floor. Sure enough, this is where the bouncers and guards eat, nap, and hang out between shifts. This is their rec room. And there's a lot of bouncers down here and a lot of guys. And over here is the jail. That's right, the jail. The long hallway to the east is divided lengthwise with durable floor-to-ceiling iron bars. This is where they put the most egregious people while they wait for the token guard to take them away. And you are brought into that area. A lot of cleaning to do there because these guards are messy. I will tell you that much. You don't get brought into the vault. You can see the vault, and the vault is down this hallway. 2 guards are stationed outside the vault's door. It is a massive vault, and they're like, don't need to clean that. And they take care of it themselves. And then also to the east is the counting room, and actually you're brought into this room too. So this is the main counting room. That counting room at the top was like sort of the initial counting room where they sort of pre-sort everything. Down here, 2 long counters occupy the center of this room. Each counter is topped with scales. You can tell they have the little stamp from the local Church of Abadar. Intricate clockwork coin and token counting devices. And they are clockwork where you put in the various denominations and it quickly counts it up for you. So you find out. You see massive ledgers that fill the oak bookshelves that line the walls. And you see a funnel-shaped metal chute juts from the southern wall where counted sums are poured down into the large safe, into the vault. And you see guards and that's it. Yeah, so it looks like this is a pretty slick operation. And you have pretty much seen every single piece of this operation except for the vault itself. But otherwise, there's not much left that you have not seen. You got every nook and cranny of this casino.
All right, and am I presented with any insights from this?
The insights are that 2 guards are stationed outside the casino vault door. Looks like nobody can get in that is not personally accompanied by Gage himself. So this will be an issue, because even if you get the key, how do you get into the vault?
Do I make observations that provide 1 EP?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so yeah, man. Like, I'm seeing a lot of stuff here. Like, one thing is, I think we definitely want to run that game where we put something in the vault. So, you know, like, because if it's the case that you're given privacy to look at your own thing while having access to all of the other safe deposit boxes, then hypothetically we can get past all the guards and stuff by by talking our way into accessing our box, and then when the door is closed and nobody's looking, whip out the other key that we've lifted off the guy to access the other box, and that's how we can get in and out. That makes sense. I don't see any other logical way to do this without getting caught. I don't see any possible way of otherwise of doing it. And oh my God, for something that is a non-combat, like specifically a non-combat encounter, a lot of damn battle maps. The whole freaking thing is all mapped out. It's insane. Like, there's all of this detail, which I don't understand how any of that detail is going to be relevant to the actual adventure. So I don't know.
If one messes up, there's going to be a lot of fighting.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's like as soon as that happens, the jig is up and it's over anyway. We've lost.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, we could contain fighting, and I'm sure, you know, like we knock somebody out, and then we, you know, like say somebody catches us, like opening the vault.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
we could just bop them on the head, then
maybe
close the vault and make it look like nobody was there for the wiser. You know, maybe put 100 gold in their pockets and hope for the best. You know?
Well, maybe I misunderstood the challenge, but my understanding is, even to the point of we have to make sure that he doesn't realize his key is missing, there could be no evidence of this having taken place at all. Like, anything as blatantly obvious as somebody knocked unconscious and stuck in a closet, it's revealed that there is a security breach, and that's a fail. That's a failed adventure. At least that's the way I understood it.
Well, if we replace the key before that time is discovered, then we're.
I was talking about what we were saying about if a fight breaks out and if there's somebody knocked in closet. Like the next day, if there's somebody knocked out unconscious in the closet, they're not stupid enough to blow it off like it's nothing. Like somebody tried to break it.
Well, this isn't the only vault, though. I mean, it could be anything. I don't know. I don't care. You know what? I don't care if it's...
Yeah. It's a little contradictory. Like there's a lot of combat-y stuff here, but we're supposed to not have combat. So I don't know what to do. The only thing I can think is that's our angle. Our angle is impersonate Gentry, use his services to get access to the vault, and then when we have access to the vault, having already stolen or made a copy of his key, use that opportunity to get the thing out of the other box, and then get out.
Do we want to try to run down this wizard at all and see if he's got any ideas?
Yeah, that's a thought.
Maybe.
Or is introducing an outsider kind of a dangerous
risky
variant?
I don't know.
He wants to get into the vault also to get his thing, so he could be.
Wait, which guy? The guy who wants revenge?
Yeah,
the guy who lost a whole bunch of money.
It's not so much revenge. I mean, it sounds like he lost his fortune gambling. He took out a loan from the casino and had some artifact or relic or something in the lockbox as the collateral, which now Gage will not give him back because that's paying for his debt, and he's vowing to get it back and revenge and stuff. So he wants in on that vault to get his property. Now that's kind of violating the law in a way, but because that's not really what we're there for.
He could give us some bonus for getting in. I'm sure he's going to give us some bonus,
some
but-
super magic, that can get us.
Oh, yeah.
Teleportation magic.
I don't know how long. Is it a day to figure out, chase down that lead? Is that a preparation? Like, how is that played out? Like, is that abstracted as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little abstracted. I mean, you'd have to find out. I mean, you found out about this. First of all, you don't even know if it's true, and second, you got to find this guy,
that's true. I mean, like, what type of check is that to follow down that lead? Is that just one check, or are there 3 or 4 checks?
That's a full day, and that's definitely that's social. That's all social checks. That's literally like following leads. That's diplomacy society, all day, all night.
Yeah, that's definitely not me or
Not me either.
Yeah, and you two have everything scheduled. You know what? It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. I'm gonna throw it. You know, I don't care if we fail on it. I don't have anything really to do tomorrow anyway, so I could do that 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you guys do? You guys have any ideas as to how to actually accomplish it that does not involve a physical confrontation with a guard?
Yes. Oldest trick in the book. Create a massive diversion upstairs while we run downstairs and all the guards are dealing with stuff.
Oh my god, that is such the oldest trick in the book.
Throw a rock over there and
even that, it's like, and it kind of defeats the whole subtlety requirement.
I don't think we should talk about that before we're actually doing it, because we'll sit here and talk about a plan, and then we'll go there and we'll find out. Oh, there's no guards upstairs.
Yeah, I was just thinking if we had some kind of framework for an idea, then that would direct us for our last day. You know,
your suggestion sounded good.
I think I gotta say, I think that's it. That's the only thing to think of.
Honestly,
I'm following the breadcrumbs, and that is where they lead. They lead to that old witch's house, and I don't see where breadcrumbs are leading to anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know, Basil. What do you?
We only need one trail too. I'd rather have one trail than 6 different ones to follow up on.
I'm just not sure yet where the opportunity is to get the key without confrontation.
It's
That
a
is
roll.
a
Not
good one.
seeing that yet.
That one though, could be
thievery. It's just a roll.
That could
that's
literally be as simple as be in his physical presence and pick his pocket.
right.
Like, it could literally be as simple as that. It's like, just be in his physical presence. I make a check. I now have possession of the key. We make the wax copy or do whatever it is. I make another check to put it back. If those two succeed with the EP points to make them succeed, we win that part of the challenge. We overcome that obstacle. Like that seems pretty cut and dry, actually. But it seems like it's that. It seems like we get in his physical presence and we lift the key off of him.
Yeah.
And that is accomplished by like us doing social diplomacy. I want to schmooze with the owner of the place. You know, like when we come in during the party. Like, he's going to be hobnobbing, and we hobnob.
Right. Which means that Dougie needs to be hobnobbing.
Well, I thought you guys were going to be like on the inside. Like, you guys are going to be wearing busboy outfits and being on the inside.
I am. But what is Dougie doing? No, but
I'm cleaning crew.
a cleaning crew is done. It's over.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
I haven't done it yet.
No, it's over. He just did it. Cleaning crew's done.
I've done. All right. Okay.
No, yeah,
so,
we had a whole debate about how to do that. And it was very
okay. So
confused.
you did it. I didn't do great.
Right, you didn't do anything.
Okay.
Right.
I'm chasing down the wizard. I don't care what you guys are doing. That's what I'm doing.
Do it. I love that idea. Go
Okay.
go get him.
Are we at the point where we're rolling for that?
Well, this is the third day, so
Yeah.
it would be everyone would have to do the third day. And if you
Are we
guys,
doing that though?
you tell me that there's 3 other people who need to
Okay.
figure out what they're
I'm doing
so-
that right now. I'm
No,
chasing
you're not.
down
No,
the
no, you're
wizard.
not. You're not.
All right. Okay.
It's the third day. What are the other 3 people doing?
I have a kitchen job, and I am also gossiping, I guess.
Well, you're just working your job. And
I was
during your job-
gonna go in the get us a lockbox and
Oh, right.
Right.
key.
That.
Okay,
right.
that's
That.
a good one. Okay.
And I think I'm going with you.
Okay.
I think.
Why are
Well-
you going to get a lockbox? That makes no sense at all.
Like, what's the? Oh, to get the lockbox.
I
That
thought,
makes every sense.
I thought I was going to fly solo because we didn't necessarily, especially now that you were on the cleaning.
Oh, let
crew
me. Yeah,
and
let me
in
wait.
his
Let me
private
look
quarters
over.
yesterday.
Let me refresh my memory
Like,
of
if
our options.
anything, you should chase down the wizard if you have nothing to do on the third day.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on.
If that's even a weird, it could be fake.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy's sharp enough to notice that the goblin from the cleaning crew from the previous day is in the lockbox room.
Let's check our things to do list. Disguises, check. Right.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know
Okay.
who
I mean,
did it.
we don't know how good all these are, but it is.
I
done.
don't care. Like, we're going over the things to do list. It's disguises, check. Done.
Yes.
Accomplished.
Correct.
Forged documents, accomplished. Check.
Yep.
All right. Like those are two. Okay, so we have our cover story, and I think that's right. So I think Basil tries to get access to the vault by under the guise of being a customer wanting to deposit something in the vault, and that's another check that at least that gets us access to that part. And then we have a little bit of flexibility, and I think with that, right? Because what else is on our things to do list? Nothing, right?
That's other than chasing down the wizard. That's
Right. And so then I'm for it. I'm for chasing down that wizard.
okay.
Like-
we
like
only have
fla-
one
like-
day left then.
Yeah, and I should go with you. What's your lore, by the way?
It's all bad. It's all negatives.
What is your lore? Your lore skill.
Well,
You have lore in something, and what is it?
it's warfare.
Okay, you have warfare. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I told you.
Why don't I try gain contact on the wizard? Like I try to gain the wizard as a contact to gain an additional 1 EP and see whatever else he can give me because I could use diplomacy for that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And I don't know, man. Maybe since just to give you something to do, Dougie, because your thing is perception and that's kind of it, or stealth. Do another scout location and scout out the preparations for the celebration to find out if there's any angle on the celebration specific to anything that might be of use.
I was led to believe that we've learned everything we can from scouting. Is that correct? I rolled a 20.
Physically, yes. You've seen everything there is to see. More.
Okay,
or
so
less.
scouting, check, done. No more
Pretty
scouting.
much. Pretty
okay,
much.
no more. Okay, so no more scouting. Scouting, eliminate that. The only other things are we've done forged documents. We have the forged documents. Check. We've done secure disguises. Check. The only other things on this list are gossip, gain contact, and bribe people. And technically, bribe people requires a contact. So that's, I don't know. So maybe bribe isn't even an option.
Dougie's going fishing.
Right, exactly. I think we're done. Like unless it's just like a very like some kind of diplomacy check to find out more gossip or use your
I could do
warfare
another
lore
gossip.
skill.
I'll go another gossip. Who knows?
Right,
I might find otherwise.
or to
about this
actually get a
wizard.
roll with a bonus. Use your lore warfare like we did initially and try to gain a contact in the guard and then get a guard that might look the other way if we fail a roll.
Okay. I still think gossip's better.
It's diplomacy, dude. Your diplomacy is shit. Why don't you go with something that you actually get a plus in?
Okay. You know what? I don't care. Let's do that. We'll go with whatever. The lore. I don't think warfare lore is going to help with this place. I mean,
all I know is there are skills that are attached to these things, and the only one that matters, the only thing that has any kind of angle. Everything else, diplomacy,
I find
society.
something that's opposite.
All right, cool. All right, so maybe just do that then.
And Lomang, you're working in the whatchamajig, the
Yep,
kitchen.
I can get you free food if you come into the kitchen.
Okay, maybe I'll do that instead of gossip. No, I'm doing gossip.
And it's way better than Sharky's. Way better.
Okay, so we locked down day 3. Can we roll for day 3?
I mean, we got 13 minutes, so you tell me.
You tell me what. I want to do gossip.
Does everyone know what they're going to do? Okay. I'm going to take that as a yes. Sure. You're going to go first?
Yeah,
Gossip.
you
Fine.
make the roll.
All right, here we go. I don't even know who has hero points anymore.
It doesn't matter. It's blind roll.
It's a blind roll. What other gossip do you find out? You find out some stuff. Give me a second. You find out that, especially after being in the casino 3 days in a row, there's this disheveled and boorish man. His name is Gorbo, and he's in the casino night after night. His suits, they're always stained, they're wrinkled, his face is pocked with aggravated blisters and warts. He reeks of cheap whiskey, and yet night after night after night, you see him at the bounder table trying his luck with the dice. And you heard that rumor has it he's actually related to wealthy nobles, which could explain where he gets his seamless, endless gambling money. And anyhow, you also notice that Gage always seems to go around saying hi to everyone, giving everyone a pat on the back, being very personable. But he gives this guy a really wide berth. So you're wondering, maybe he has some dirt on Gage or knows something about him? Who knows, but this guy is definitely sticking out like a sore thumb.
Okay, I'm writing this down, so this is good.
Other than that, that's pretty much the only thing you hear, other that this the gala tomorrow is going to be incredibly amazing. They have been putting out every highfalutin thing you can think of. Oh, one very important notice. During the gala, the vault will be closed and no one will be allowed to go in and out to get anything for their lockboxes. Just FYI.
Now he tells us.
So now I have absolutely no idea how we're supposed to do this.
Well, that's good though, because there's no guards.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out. It's going to be one of those improv. Like, nothing ever goes right when they plan stuff.
Yeah, that's intensely frustrating. You know, it's like this whole thing is supposed to be a plan, and then the plan works, doesn't work, there's complications and stuff. There's no plan. We just go in, fucking our asses hanging out, and hope for the best.
I'm glad there's no plan.
There's a plan. The plan is there is no plan. Who's next?
Without an attack, there is no victory.
Who's next?
All right, well, I'll roll my gain contact, but it's a choice now between gain contact with the wizard, gain contact with Smelly Dude. Who do you like?
No, not Smelly Dude. Fuck the Smelly Dude.
All right, so wizard. So I tried to make contact with the wizard. I tried to gain him as a contact.
No Smelly Cat.
Right, that's correct.
No Gorvo can go home.
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, good news and I got bad news for you.
I'll take the bad news.
The bad news is you can't find him anywhere. Good news is you find out a lot of information about him, though.
Okay.
Because he sounds like he's going in hiding. Because he's definitely preparing something for tomorrow night. There's 100% chance there's going to be...
And that's our end.
Something.
Oh, that's great. Actually, so Deus Ex Machina, a fucking Deus Ex Machina diversion.
We get Deus Ex Machina at the beginning of the movie.
Right. So all of this stuff is basically not connected to anything, and we just needed to show up to the party and wait for the lights to go out.
Yeah, we're writing in on the torpedo.
I'm ready. I'm going down to see the Goblin guys. Screw the wizard. I'm going to see the Goblin guys. I'm getting some pickles. And I'm enjoying myself.
All right. You're like, I don't know what's going on tomorrow, but it's going to be a shit show. And we're going to got front row seats.
That's right.
Lomang, you, on the other hand, let's see what you find.
I have to work, unfortunately. You guys are partying it up at the festival.
You only got 2 gold today. You
man.
dropped some expensive silverware. Comes out of your pay.
Oh, man. Put it on my sheet, though.
He's like, I want every one of those gold pieces.
Every last penny.
I want every last penny.
At the end of the week, I'm going to put it all on black on the roulette.
Yes. You do find out that there actually are... you actually do find out some pretty interesting things. You find out that actually during the gala that there is going to be a very highfalutin auction.
Ooh.
That is everyone who attends is expected to bid. It's going to be sort of an entrance fee for every guest for the floating gala. They have to make a reasonable bid to the Gossamer auction. It's basically a fancy name for a silent auction that's going to be conducted throughout the night in a corner of the casino's ballroom. And the money is going to be collected. Some of it is going to help pay for the function itself, and the rest of it will go towards the Sacred Bulwark Foundation, a charity organized by Absalon's Church of Iomedae to benefit the victims and families from the Fiendflesh siege. So there you go. So yes, the rich and powerful have to get together to flaunt their money to give it away to those less fortunate. So you're going to find out about that. So there's going to be a big auction tomorrow night, and anyone who attends is expected to bid. Yeah, so that you find that out. That's interesting. Other than that, you should actually have fairly good access to the VIP lounge and the floor, but that's it. No one's getting down to the vault. No one's going to the private area. You also do find out that Gage gets his meals sent up to his office and apartment privately. So that's where he eats as well.
That's where he dies.
And last but not least, Basil Blackfeather. What are you going to do? You going to deposit something into the vault?
Yes, I'm going to pose as Lucius Blackfeather, cousin of the Blackfeather family, that I'm in town for the Radiant Festival. And I heard that this is a good place, even more secure than most of the banks. You heard of that thing over in the financial district with the bank robbery. I've heard this place is more secure, so I think I'd like to keep my valuables here.
Good thing you have a 0 on your deception. Oof. That ain't gonna be good. Okay. Here's the deal. You show up. They hear this. I'm like, mighty suspicious. The day before, we're not really looking to open up any new vaults or lock boxes. Can you come back after the gala?
Well, I have some very important personal effects here. Do you expect me to just wander the streets of Absalom with them?
Well, let's see. I mean, they're worth like what, 1,000 gold pieces at least, right?
In that neighborhood, though I don't know why my personal belongings are exactly your business.
Well, we need to, we can't just give these out to anybody. I mean, some of the things down there we have to at least check to make sure it's not dangerous, like a bomb or something. Trust me, we will have the utmost discretion.
Wait, out of character, they literally have a bomb in their freaking safety deposit box.
Right now.
I didn't say it was a good system. It's a system. It's got some holes in it, let me tell you.
Well, surely you've heard of the Blackfeathers who run Sylvan Bounty Tobacco.
Oh, the Blackfeathers, you say? Huh.
Uncle Mortimer. Morty. He's family.
All right, well, okay, the Blackfeathers, and now you should have just said that. We know who the Blackfeathers are. Yeah, you're reputable. In fact, I think the fathers and the mother of the Blackfeathers are invited to the gala, so, okay, that's fine. Non-refundable fee of 100 gold pieces to acquire a lockbox, and then we'll get Mr. Gage, sign you up, get you a key, and we'll take care of that this afternoon.
All right, I will give him the 100.
Okay. They take the 100, they bring you over, and bring you downstairs.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to steer
guards.
it back towards society instead of deception.
Well, you did a good job. All right, so they bring you downstairs, and then where is Gage? Do I got a token for Gage? Oh, I don't know if I do. Let's see. I got to find him.
Quick, I'll just shiv him, take the key now. No.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
Embark on my own life of crime.
Oh, it's funny. I made you guys so huge. As big as you think you are. Wait. Here. I screwed up. You want to see your actual size? That is the actual size of how
really?
it's supposed to be.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Oh, this place is huge.
I screwed up. I was making you all 10 by 10. Now look at how big you are. This place is...
Oh, it's funny. It's classic scale.
It is
It's classic scale. It's 10 foot by 10 foot squares.
It's gargantuan. I mean, it's beyond gargantuan. This place
Like it.
is so freaking big. Hey, Basil, let's make you smaller.
Keep Lomang at the current size, please.
Hi there, Mr. Gage. How are you? The funny thing is, I love how Seth's like, I don't get it. Why is this absolutely gargantuan battle map of every single floor and every single thing incredibly detailed out? It makes no sense. I guess we'll find out. Anyhow.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to have to fight anybody during.
No, it's going to be totally fine.
So we make all these plans, and then we show up, and then an external force just comes in and starts a fight.
And it's just a
I hope.
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
No, I didn't say that. There's going to be a lot of things going on. Anyhow.
Lomang is a giant among puny people.
Yeah, I didn't get time to make you small. I will in a second.
I'll stay that size. That's all right.
Okay. So, Gage presents himself to you, Basil. And as you expected,
right.
he's a very nice man. And he looks you up and down, and he says, well, I understand who you are, but you must understand the night before such an important event, I can't allow you to actually go into the vault tonight. After the gala and after everything calms down, I'll have no problem letting you go into the vault. But if you give me your item, I'll set you up, put it into the lockbox for you. Or if you want, I'll even bring the lockbox out here. You can put it in if you need privacy. And then I'll go put it in for you with my guards and give you the key. That's the best I can offer you.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that. Some of these are very important personal papers of a sensitive nature. I understand you have your protocols. On the other hand, you do seem to have a lot of guards here.
How about this? I'll meet you halfway. I'll open up the door and you can watch me. Okay?
All right. I guess that's acceptable. You're a man with a solid reputation. I think that's a fair compromise. I will at least see if I can get close enough to get a look as he's doing this.
Yeah, so you get right up to right. You can get right up there. They open up the gargantuan door, the vault door, which is 20 feet by 20 feet. They open it up. There's the guards. He literally goes in, and sure enough, you can see inside of the vault. I'll give you the description in a second. Massive, irregularly shaped vault features dozens of lockboxes, both small and large, along the walls of two rectangular sections. An oversized marble countertop takes up the center of the eastern section. And there's also a western section that you can kind of peek and see over here, but there's just sort of more lockboxes. And you can see that this is definitely an area where not just people's belongings are kept here, but this is also the vault for the casino itself. So it makes sense. He walks over, he pulls out one of the lockboxes. You can see him do it.
And it's low lighting, and it's beyond my range increment. Surprise! I can't
really?
see. No, I was
No.
joking.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second, really? Okay.
I would hope it'd be well lit.
Yeah, no, you can see everything. It's extremely.
I was joking.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
But wouldn't that be a twist?
He brings over and he hands you the lockbox, and sure enough, it's a small, thin box. He says, "Here you go. If you wish some privacy, you can put it in, and I'll put it back."
Yep, I have a little bit of just a bundle of stuff that has some papers and stuff, and maybe some gold. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's some nice birdseed you got there. Okay, let's put that back in the way. And
obviously, I'm going to be trying to get a look at the key as he's taking it.
Oh, I'll let you do that roll yourself.
Are we going, since we're analyzing it in terms of crafting, I will do it a crafting roll.
Correct.
What materials it's made of, how big, whether it seems like, oh my god.
You rolled a 5.
Ugh.
You can hero point that.
No, I used my hero point.
Give you an extra one.
Oh, all right.
For being so sneaky. 20% chance you roll lower. Let's see what happens.
80% chance you roll higher.
37?
Hello.
All right, I'll take that.
You rolled a 19? That's unfair. Time to use the villain point. What?
But he's not a villain. You said he's a good guy.
That's actually true.
Well, but he's corrupt, though.
I'm the villain.
He's got his own hero points. Security points.
Well, guess what? I got a picture of the key for you. How about that?
Nice.
That is what the key looks like. You take a close-up and you actually see the key. It appears to be made out of solid gold with 3 diamonds in the base of the key. The key alone is probably worth 10,000 gold pieces easy. And you're like, damn, that is going to be tricky to make look realistic. If you're trying to even make a copy of it, it's going to probably cost a small fortune, probably everything you have and then some. Because it looks like somehow the diamonds resonate with the gold to allow it to open.
I see.
Doesn't appear to be magical in any way. Appears to be
just
purely
really
mechanical.
Expensive.
Just very expensive. Sometimes the easiest way to keep things out of the reach of normal people is just to make it really expensive. There you go. So you see it and you're like, gotta think about this one. Anyhow, you have a good look, good enough that if you wanted to make a copy of it, you could. Probably not a good enough copy that you could use to open, but at least
I was
going to
say it'd be hard to come up with something that would open the tumblers, but it would make a copy in terms of fooling, switching them or something.
Yes, at least for the short term, it looks like that will definitely be possible. But it looks like it might be possible, but it's going to require a hefty amount of gold and materials very quickly. Anyhow, he comes back over. You see him, using the key. He brings you back a receipt. He gives you some information about your lockbox. You can come and see it almost 24/7. He does ask that you try to stick to reasonable hours since he is the only one who can open up the box for you. And, he does like to sleep at night, but if it is an emergency, of course, if you need it, he will do whatever you need. The lockbox and the vault will be closed tomorrow for the gala, and he gives you your key.
I assume my key's not nearly as fancy.
Oh god, no, not even close.
Otherwise, I'd just sell that and retire.
No, it's a nice key, but obviously your key is because his is a master and yours is just like No,
I gotcha.
But you got a lot of information. I mean, you got to look at the vault, you got to look at the key, you got to look at the procedure. Got as much information as you probably
are there numbers that would do we have any information as to where our lockbox would be
it looks
in relation?
Like the numbers you'll be able to find your lockbox within minutes. That will not be a problem. So
okay, that was the other thing I sort of wanted to keep an eye out for.
Okay, I think you guys are in pretty good shape. You guys have pretty much done everything you can do. I actually can't think of much more you could do. It sounded like 3 days wasn't a lot, but yet you kind of ran out of things to do.
We just don't have a plan, but other than that, we're good.
Well, the next Monday is the shit hits the fan one way or the other. It's gonna get interesting. Lomang, you're back to normal size. There you go.
Oh no, I wanted to be.
So my internet went out during that. What I missed?
You missed the whole paper.
I managed to get a decent look at the key, but it's going to be kind of expensive to reproduce. So, and since we can't get into the box during the gala anyways.
So it might be the good old smash and grab.
But we might be. I'll have to, we can get into it next time. Get a specific amount of how much it would cost to make such a thing.
Correct. You might be able to replicate it. We'll see. What you missed was important is that there was no magic. And in fact, the key seems to basically be built around gold and diamonds, and the easiest way to prevent other people from using this key is just making it so damn expensive to replicate that no one can afford it.
That's a good method.
It's a very good method. It's one of these simple but effective.
Oh, it stops all those low-level players fishing for a 20.
Exactly. It's like you literally don't have the gold. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
How do you replicate it? You can't. Maybe you guys are level 10 and you do have resources. Maybe you can figure something out in one day. Basil feels no problem. You can make a copy to fool him for a little while. Whether or not you can make a copy that will work, that's iffy.
Yeah,
we can make a sleight of hand. Like you steal it and I at the same time put the fake one on him, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Kinda
That's definitely possible.
2-man team. Because I'm pretty good at thievery too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I am a rogue now, also, by the way. Don't forget.
Are you? Are you?
Yeah.
Here, just to make you feel a little better, do you want to see the picture for this chapter?
Yes.
There, that's the picture for the chapter.
Oh, nice. That's very high society.
Oh wow, yeah.
What's he doing with the key?
Yeah, he's lifting the key.
It's the wizard literally like, la la la, let me borrow that key for you.
Yeah, that's the iconic wizard and the iconic paladin.
Yeah, and they're all dressed up into the nines.
She's smoozing him up.
I know, is that funny?
Wow, if we knew it was that easy.
Wow. it is.
And a wizard
kind of.
with what was that, mage hand?
Yeah, simple little mage hand. That's all we needed.
You're like,
No one saw that.
Well, it's attached to a chain too.
What you don't see is the guards just out of frame.
No, the guard's just out of frame, about to beat the crap out of them all. So
Yeah, exactly. There's a guy in the background, well, checking something out.
So, though, do you know what the name of this chapter is?
Casino Royale.
The house always wins.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
That's what it's called. Oh boy, you guys are up going against the house.
Oh, they do almost always win. That's true, unless you have a system.
Oh well, good thing you don't have one that works.
Yeah, we have. Well, we think we have a system.
Well, you guys might have a system. I don't know if it's going to work, but you have a system, so we will find out if the system works.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com.